offense. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. 480. Here we go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means you're off.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 11. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. On 2nd and 9, Carr. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way down. He's got a man complete. 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 91 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Express. You draw corkers. Hey, box drop, box drop.
Now a play fake. Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack on first down, Carr, incomplete, over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Carr going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Carr. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Yellow. Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, 57, 57. Come on,
back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That second down play nets a -4.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Express. Hey, Raider 2.
Carr now to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing now is Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
29.
On third and long, it's Carr. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Carr now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
5.
44's Mike. Check.
Well, Dumbo.
Carr. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes, he sets to fire. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Carr gives to Richard, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side and almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, fourth down. On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Richard. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Mahomes now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Check safety, check safety.
Hey, 734.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Express.
Shift.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. 22 check bomber.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd. Third quarter.
Mike's yellow. Orange and blue, ladies. Yellow, go.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Let's go! At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
29. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
To throw his car. Caught left side, Williams. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Raider 2. 44, 41, Raider 1. Silver.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of it. Got his man. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
94. 56. Raider 1. Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Express.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
You're mine. That's it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete.
734.
56. Mike, 56.
Hey, echo.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 29-yard
Mike's
line.
56. Mike's 56.
Hey, Haywood.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Carr now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Give me that ball. Help me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
Let's get it.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
185. Kill.
Check the backer.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 26. Yellow. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Again, it's Williams. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You're mine.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The Raiders on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Mike, 44. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. 44.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Go. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mike, express. 44, 44. Mike, 44. Oh, here we go.
Carr to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on it, it'd be up in the 300s right now.